this does move the needle, right, in the overall trend. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, to have the confidence of investors like the ones that you mentioned, from Fertitta to the Chernin Group to actual owners of teams, we couldn't be happier. We also have Casey Wasserman as part of that group, who manages some of the best talent there is in professional sports. So we're really excited to have the momentum behind the category and those kind of investors behind us.
Talk about the product itself. What are people going to pay and what are they going to get?
Yeah, we've been a premium subscription product from day one. So we want our users to be able to get the highest quality content possible to better inform them on the decisions they make when they're gambling. It's really as simple as that. We want to entertain and inform and help people make the best decisions possible. As more and more states become legal, we want to be the best partner for legal operators, for media companies, for leagues and teams.
How do you define the market, and how large conceivably will it become as more states sign on to allow legal gambling?
Yeah, I mean, we think the market's probably about $200 billion total of people that are betting today. We think there are about 10 million active bettors in the United States. Those are people who are betting a minimum of maybe $50 a week, but we think there's this opportunity to create a massive market for people who are casual bettors that might just bet in the Super Bowl, they might just bet during March Madness, will be in a couple weeks.
Are there different tiers that they can actually access in terms of their interest in these kinds of things?
There is. So we have what we would call a super high premium tier where people can spend $250 a month for high-end products. We have sort of a $4.99 to $7.99 tier where people can access on a sort of modest investment, but with one win and one bet, you could potentially have a better informed and access to that kind of content as well.
So we're talking about information and content creation, right? Would you ever get into the actual business of the bets themselves?
No, we do not want Endeavor to be an operator. We think we can build a massive business just in North America, being really the source of information. We think that it's the modern future for betting. We look at all of these categories growing. The total addressable market is big enough for us as a media company that's going to do licensing, syndication, and build a subscription platform.
Which sport is leading all of this?
You know, right now it's really professional football and NCAA football. Those are sort of the biggest categories every year, so we gear up pretty quickly for July, which is going to happen pretty quickly. But every year, certain sports start to sort of creep up. PGA Tour golf has become really interesting over the last several years. You know, baseball has always been a challenging thing to bet on, but it's been basketball, professional basketball. The NBA is a real leader. And I think the NBA, when I think of the most forward-thinking leagues, you're going to see in-venue experiences. They're all very into prop betting, where keeping you in the venue for as long as possible, but also building the best broadcast, the best OTT experience you could have. But that's why we're really excited to have these teams involved in the investment.
Is the emphasis still on daily the way it was a couple of years ago? Because there was talk back then that you wanted high frequency, you want a high game count to get users in every day.
Yeah, I mean, we're agnostic to how often you're going to bet. We really want it best informed because we think there's an entertainment factor to this as well. You know, we want people to bet responsibly. We want people to have great information, but this is about fun. It's about entertainment, and that's what we want to try and serve a user population around.
But real quickly, on the information side of it, I mean, you hired our old friend Darren Ravel. Used to work with him, of course. I mean, is it journalism that you're talking about here? Are you competing against other journalistic outfits that cover sports?
We are definitely creating, you know, Darren has been a great hire for us. We're going to cover gambling as much as we would any category. I mean, there's real hard news around gambling today. Obviously, with the passing of PASPA last March, there's a massive tailwind behind the market, but we can cover it from a journalistic perspective as much as we can cover it from a consumer and a fan perspective, and we're able to do both.